So, it's very clear yung sinasabi niyo na ang mga people associated with the mediatrix ay talagang tinakikita niyo, ginagawa rin ang pang-aatake nila si Kia, ang consultation siyang ako, pinension niyo, and so many
Lalo
others.
na yung mga defenders of the mediatrix,
Yes,
mga
yes.
pare. Gaya ng gaya kay Archbishop Arguelles, hindi nila sinanto, brother of bishop nila.
Oo.
Pero tinira nila dahil doon sa decree. At pinalabas nila na only Archbishop Arguelles can say kung ano sinabi sa kanya ni Archbishop Villegas kung pumunta sa kanya. Then after the release of the Vatican 2015 decree na parang inanal yung decree niya, bigla siya nag-resign. Actually, kunwari, retirement.
So, the same thing they did also to Versosa, as we know the history.
Oh yes, but pati kay Bishop Obiang.
Obiang and Palang.
Bishop Palang, yes, dahil sa pagdepensya niya sa katotohanan doon sa kaso ni late Father Fernando Suarez. Ayaw kasi ni Bishop Palang, kaya inuudyukan siya ni Archbishop Villegas na suspendin si Father Suarez. Sabi naman ni Bishop Palang, na naman ako nakikita ng sufficient evidence para i-suspend ko yung priestly ministry. Pero in your case,
Yes.
sinuspendi ka
Yes.
without even hearing.
Restricted me.
Parang ano yan, interdiction na lang yan, Father.
Yes.
Hindi ka na pinapamisa publicly.
Oh, because of some accusations na inaccuse ni Sikia sa akin. Si Father Sikia.
Pero in the case of Father Suarez, despite his acquittal by the Vatican, then nag-courtesy call kami kay Secretary Menardo Guevara of the Department of Justice, and we sought permission, Secretary mismo sought permission from the Ermita Parish Priest na kung pwede magmisa si Father Fernando Suarez within the premises of the DOJ. Hindi pinayagan, ang sabi, punta daw kay Cardinal Tagle. Ayaw talaga nila. Hindi na lang nag-insist si Father Suarez.
Secretary.
Hindi na rin nag-insist si Secretary.
Okay.
Pero makikita mo naman yung harassment nila even after the
Yes.
acquittal.
Yes, Justice. Yes. It's very clear. It's very
Very,
clear.
very clear.
That even sa mediatrix, sobra ang harassment na ginagawa.
Oh, lalo na yung lalo na tinatakot-takot yung mga simple devotees, na sinabi na, you commit the sin of idolatry if you continue to venerate that image that is demonically possessed or infested.
Remember, Justice, the talk given by Cardinal Rosales sa mga madre?
Oh,
Rosales said that they will be committing a sin.
yes, noong 2016, kuni-kuni na lang daw ni the late Sister Teresy. At saka sinabi niya doon, they will be committing a sin if we continue to venerate the image of Our Lady of Mediatrix. They're all committing heresy. Heretical ang mga teachings nila. Cardinal Rosales, Cardinal Tagle, at Bishop Villegas, kasi they support this move to destroy the image of Our Lady of Mediatrix of Grace dahil demonically infested. Yung ka naman nakita in church history, Philippine church history, Catholic history, saan ka nakita na ang pwedeng saniman ng demonyo ang imahe ng Mama Mary? Takot nga ng demonyo, sinabi ni Cardinal Vidal? Never ang demonyo na pupunta sasalib sa imahe ng Mediatrix kasi takot na takot niya eh.
Actually, Father Sikia and the rest of the exorcists have committed heresy.
Heresy.
Because it's against the teaching of the church.
Yes.
What they said about the image of the Blessed Mother Mary.
In fact, the image should be protected.
Yes.
Kasi
In the image of Mary.
if you try to desecrate the image of the Blessed Mother, what sin do you commit? Blasphemy. It's very clear sa canon, blasphemy.
Abominable. Outrageous. That's...
Yun ang nilalagay doon sa why are we having the reparation of 5 first Saturdays? Isa na yun. Desecration of sacred images.
Well, until now, Justice, wala pa tayong naririnig na kinokorek itong mga taong to. You know?
Hindi, alam mo, nagawa sila ng guidelines. At sinabi doon na imbestigahan nila yung naggagawa nito na demonically infested. Kasi ang sinabi sa guidelines ni Cardinal Quevedo, if you recall, January 7, 2018, na wala naman sinasabi ang decree na preternatural.
Yes.
Hindi sinabi
Correct.
lang na hindi supernatural, hindi preternatural, meaning walang demonic character ang
Correct.
ang image, ang
Correct.
imahe. Pero ginagawa nila yan para alisin lang yung devotion ng mga tao. Ewan ko kung bakit galit na galit sila sa mediatrix. At they claim to be followers of Our Lady, they claim to love Our Lady. Pero yan ang ginagawa nila, ay dinidesecrate nila ang imahe ng
Yes.
mediatrix.
And Justice, I'm challenging Father Sikia and the rest of the exorcists. If they say that Tarsing was even demonically possessed and the images are infested, they have to prove it.
Oh yes, iniiyan ko sila ng prueba eh.
They have to
Ano ang
prove it.
prueba nila? Eh, dahil ba sa yung dalawa nilang seers ang sasabi na may
Yes,
may
the
mga
lasers.
snakes,
Yeah.
may mga ano-ano lahat. So actually naman, ang gusto talaga nila, gawa-gawa nila ito para mabago yung imahe. Kasi if you recall, kaya nataranta yung MCST, mga madre sa Tayabas,
Lucen, oo, opo.
yung ano, yung congregation
Ovia,
nila,
eh.
Bishop Ovia. Dahil pinagsabihan sila na they commit a sin of idolatry kung nila yan kasi
Who said this?
Father Sikia.
Oh, okay.
Tapos sinabi pa na kailangan baguhin ang imahen
Mhm.
kasi demonically infested.
Mhm.
So ito ang ginawa nila. Ano ba yun? Let me see. Okay. This one, ito yung mediatrix na nandoon sa kumbento ng MCST sa Tayabas. MCST Missionary Catechism of St. Therese.
Founded by Bishop of
The
Biar.
late Bishop of Biar, who was now a servant of God.
Venerable.
I was now venerable. And who believed really in the mediatrix. Ito, ang ginawa nila, tinagyan nila ng puso para hindi na mediatrix. Tinagyan pa nila ng corona.
Justice may help. Ito po yung binago na image ng Mediatrix of All Grace na sinasabi ni Justice pag-aari ng mga madre sa Tayabas, MCST,
Missionary Catechism of St.
of
Therese.
St. Therese. At ito ang gusto nilang gawin sa lahat ng mga images.
Kasi gusto pa mga nila, patuktok na eh. Ito yung tunay na imahe ng mediatrix.
Ito po ang tunay na imahin at ito'y ayon sa original pa na imahin na ginawa noong 1948.
Saka ito rin yung ano, ito rin yung hindi rin yung tunay na imahe na lang. Pakita mo ito, Father, yung ano, yung si Bishop Francis.
Yeah, yeah.
Kasi, ito, pakita mo rin ito para makita nila. Yung dalawa.
Ito po ang picture ni Archbishop Valles at Justice Harriet nang bumisita siya sa Davao,
Archdiocese of
sa
Davao.
Diocese of Davao, at nandoon nagpa-picture sila sa image ni Archbishop Valles ng Mama Mary Mediatrix sa Palace, Bishop's Residence. Ito naman ay picture ni Pope Francis nung bumisita ng Palo Diocese at nakikita po ninyo sa Archbishop doon nandun at sa si Pope Francis before the image of Our Lady Mediatrix of All Grace. At dito naman po ay ang picture ni Cardinal Rosales, pinuputukan ng corona ang Mama Mary Mediatrix of All Grace. So Justice, malaking bagay pala ang dapat sagutin na dapat pagpapaliwanag na gawin ng ating mga nag-aatake.
Hindi lang responsibilidad niya ni Cardinal Tagle, hindi lang ni Cardinal Rosales, hindi lang po responsibilidad ni Archbishop. Responsibilidad niya at ang lahat ng obispo dito sa Pilipinas, the Catholic bishops.
Yes.
Bakit nila pinapayagan na tustain ang imahe ni Mahalena?
Tama. Bakit nila pinapayagan doon sa the image?
Alam naman nila heretical ang teaching na yan because
Yes.
they know. At saka nakita naman nila yung 2015 BCD at Vatican Decree. Continue with the devotion, forget about the apparition.
It's against the church teaching. Ang ginawa nilang paninira.
It is heresy. That's why I filed a formal complaint. Cardinal Quevedo being then the chair of the commission of...
O what did Quevedo do?
Wala siyang ginawa. Nagsulat din ako kay Archbishop Alvarez. Wala rin siyang ginawa. Sabi ko kung pwedeng imbestigahan, I am willing to appear. Mag-create sila ng commission kasi this is a very dangerous precedent in the history of the Catholic Church in this country, na yung mismo mga pare at mga mismong cardinal are committing the sin of heresy against the Blessed Mother.
You're making things clear, Justice.
Yes.
Kung ano ang dapat talagang makita namin ng mga pare, mga bishop at mga deboto, mga laiko, makita nila sa mediatrix devotion at saka apparition. So, clearly, you are saying, walang demonyo.
Sino naman maniniwala may demonyo? For the last 72 years, hindi naman nagsasabi sila na may demonyo. Wala rin sinabi yung mga 1951 decree na Bishop Dayos ang demonyo. They never said it was preternatural.
So, Justice,
Gawa-gawa ito ni na Cardinal Tagle, ni Cardinal Rosales, si Archbishop Villegas, para sirain.
so ano ang masasabi niyo sa ginawa ni Father Cerudo na pag-exercise
Dapat siya kasuhan din ng heresy, kasama siya eh.
sa Carmel at saka dito sa Carmel Gilmore, sa mga madre?
Ay, yung mother naman dito sa Gilmore, pumayag eh, kasi close sila dyan kay Father Siquia.
Oo.
I never mind about them. But I am concerned about the Carmel, Lipa Carmel Monastery dahil nag-exercise si Cerudo upon the instruction of Archbishop Garcera without the knowledge and consent of the
sisters.
In fact, meron silang joint affidavit na papatotoo na hindi nila pinayagan yan. At I accuse Garcera also for the crime of heresy doon sa sulat ko kay Quevedo.
Yes.
Sinama ko siya, sinama ko si Tagle, sinama ko si Villegas. Pero, sabi ko nga sa iyo mas sahol pa ang justice system dito sa canonical jurisdiction ng simbahan kaysa sa justice system ng bayan. Bakit? Sa judicial system ng in our case, I belong to the
Yes, you are a judge.
I was a judge before and I belong to the judiciary. How many, mahirap ka it's very difficult to corrupt the entire judicial system because there are so many judges. There are few who are corrupt, but hindi mo mauubos. Ito, the top hierarchy of the Catholic Church, it's an old boys network. Pag ayaw nila, kakausapin lahat, walang mangyayari. Gaya sa kaso ko, binaliwala ni Cardinal Quevedo. Why? Top guns yung mga inano ko. Who would dare investigate them? Saka, nagkukuntsaba-kuntsaba siya.
So what's your plan?
Alin?
Na ngayon hindi naman pinakikinggan yung inyong sinasabi sa kanila.
Kalampagin natin mga mediatrix devotees at ating mga obispo. At dapat yan, parating na natin sa Vatican na hindi sila gumagalaw at hindi nila inuutos ni Pope Francis na buksan, ayaw nilang magkita doon. This is the truth. They have the obligation to present the truth to us lay people, the laity.
By mentioning their names, Justice, hindi ba nangangamba ang ibang deboto na baka ikay kasuhan ng libel?
Ano kaso nilang libel? Nagsasabi ako ng totoo.
That's a good thing.
Sabi ako, handa na nga ako dyan, inaantay ko ng kaso nila. So I'll bring it out from the canonical procedure, I'll bring it in the civil procedure. Tingnan natin. Sa anesthesia ng state, hindi nila makukuntsaba. Sila nagkukuntsaba. Alam mo, there is only one in judicial institution sa Catholic Bishops' Conference, the Office of Judicial Vicar. Pag kuntsaba ka ng mga obispo, behold it, gaya sa kaso mo.
Yes.
Anong ginawa ni Tobias? He refused to acknowledge
Your presence.
my presence as your lawyer.
Yes.
He seems to forget the provisions of the canon law. Ano sinabi ng canon law? If a canonical crime is at the same time a state crime, the state court shall take precedence. Hindi mo na mag-uusad ang canonical process. Sa kanya hindi. Ay ba daw ang there is no separation between church and state? No way.
He does not understand when.
He doesn't understand what is the separation between church and state. And this is ang sa iyo is child abuse.
Not only molestation.
Rape. pedophilia,
Homosexual.
homosexuality, drunkenness, swindler, pathological liars, delusion of grandeur, slanderer. This slander is a crime under the code of under the criminal code of the Philippines. Pedophilia is special crime. Child abuse is a special crime. Rape,
It's
grabe
crime.
na. Sobra na dito eh. O anong sasabihin ni Bishop Tobias na, I have jurisdiction. You cannot interfere, you cannot appear as a counsel of Father Pio because this is not a state process. Excuse me, you have to be fair to the provisions of the Code of Canon Law which says, this is also a crime, this is also a state crime, and therefore, Father Pio is entitled to right of constitutional right to counsel, constitutional right to due process, because I wrote him a letter and said, present all the witnesses na binigay sa iyo ni Father Sikia sa ni Father Jojo Bernape.
Mhm.
Former ano mo?
Parish priests.
Parish priest mo. I want sabi ko to cross-examine who are these false witnesses. Tatlo lang, apat lang, kadami-dami na ng ng kaso mo. Parang bang inubos na yung mga kaso ng mga kaparihan sa buong bayan.
Kulang pa. Schizophrenic ako.
Oo, kulang na lang dito yung ka eh, yung drug-addict ka eh. Oo. Ito yung galing kay Bishop Marquez eh.
Yes, at with their title head,
Yeah.
diocese.
Diocesan Chancery ito. Ito yung
Given to me. I had been asking them, but they were hesitant to give me, but since I was so pushy, binigay din sa akin.
No, but Father, they just made a resume.
This is just an excerpt.
They just made a summary. You have the right to demand the production of the entire complaint
They're not
together
willing.
with, because bakit? Wala naman silang testigo eh.
They're not willing.
Ang testigo, hindi naman under oath ang mga testimonies ng mga testigo. Kaya kahit si Bishop Tobias, ayaw akong payagin to appear as your lawyer.
Well, justice, because...
Wait a minute, Father.
Yeah.
Yan ba sinasabi nila, itong mga obispo nagsasabi, corrupt ang judicial system ng Pilipinas, mas corrupt ang judicial system ng simbahan katolika dito sa Pilipinas.
Because justice at the beginning dito, that everything is about canonical process. No possibility of legal process.
Bakit
Hindi nila naisip yun.
Di ka ba Pilipino, Father? Entitled to your civil and
Actually.
political rights, constitutional rights?
Actually, hindi nila naisip yun.
Hindi ka ba entitled, even if it's canonical process, number one element sa Code of Common Law, due process?
Kaya sinabi ko sa kanila, don't just say, Justice Harriet keeps barking. Listen to what she's saying because
No.
she's telling the truth.
I keep on saying that because I'm the one who's challenging them. Because they want me to keep quiet. I'll not keep quiet because lahat ng pinagagawa nila ay wala kayong budhi. Lahat ng kasinungalingan gusto niyo itapon na lang kahit kanino. Pag hindi ninyo kasunada at mga pare ninyo, kinakasuhan ninyo. Pero yung mga paborito ninyo, yung mga pare, pag may mga kaso, tinatago ninyo yung kaso o kaya ninyo binabaliwalan ninyo yung kaso.
Clarifications, Justice. So therefore, you also even started investigating the priest in the Diocese of Borongan?
Oo,
Palabas?
kasi yung binigay sa akin, di ba?
Archbishop Cruz.
Binigay sa akin na Bishop Cruz ito. And I have, meron akong reproduction dito. Yes, ito. These are all clerical cases all over the
Yes,
country.
yes.
Tinignan ko yung Borongan Samar. Ikaw lang? Kayo
Yes.
lang, Father? Ay, sabi ko, tinanong ko si Archbishop Oscar Cruz. Archbishop, was there any time or any instance in the past that Bishop Marquez submitted a case against any one of his priests within his diocese? Wala, not sila santo.
Sabi ni Archbishop.
Oo, sinabi ni Archbishop. Patawa-tawa pa siya.
Okay. So,
Kaya talagang sininggle out ka. Kaya, anong sinasabi nila? We have a corrupt judicial system in this country. Kayo, mas corrupt kayo. Kasi ginagamit ninyo ang opisina ng Office of Judicial to harass, to persecute priests kapag ayaw ninyo. Pag hindi nyo gusto, ayaw ninyo, gusto nyo tanggalin sa pagkapare, i-suspende ninyo ang priestly ministry. Dahil ang pinag-uusig ninyo si Delete Fernando Suarez. Ngayon, pinag-uusig na naman ninyo si Father Ron Samaniego. And there is another priest who called me and begged me to help him, si
Who's-
Father Monroy.
From where?
Ewan ko, basta may kaso siya kay Bishop Papable.
Oh, that is of Digos.
So I said, mabuti na lang at sinalo siya ni Bishop Palang. Dinala siya kay Archbishop Palma.
So, Justice, you are trying to...
So in other words,
Yes.
Father, ganito
Ganito ang sistema.
ang sistema.
Okay.
At least ang judicial system natin sa ang daming branches, mayroon lower court, intermediate court, RTC, may appellate court, court of appeals, and the highest court. Sila, highest court, judicial vicar.
Immediately.
Lowest court, judicial vicar. Intermediate court, judicial vicar. Sino ang mga nag-aakusa? Yung mga peers ni Bishop Tobias. So how do you expect him to be fair and impartial? When in fact, if the case against a particular priest, like in your case, like the case of late Fernando Suarez, is instigated by a bishop, how do you expect Bishop Tobias to be impartial?
Yes, of course.
Kaya sa'yo. Kaya sa nangyari kay Father Dilek, mabuti na lang at si Father really fought. He went all the way to the Vatican. And I'm so happy that the Vatican gave him justice. Because he could not get justice here sa CBCP. He could not get justice from the Office of Judicial Vicar. He could not get justice from Bishop Tobias. And yet these bishops are so vociferous in saying that our judicial system in this country is corrupt. Kayo ang mas corrupt.
It's a good point. It's a very good point. So this is also what you say, how they deal with the mediatrix?
Oo. Akala nila porque sila obispo, mga pare, they have the moral ascendancy over us lay people. Mas masama pa nga, mas maitim pa ang mga budi nila kaysa sa atin
So your point dito po, Justice, sa mga mediatrix devotees, na makita nila the realities na bumapalot sa nangyayari ngayon.
Kung gusto ko mangyari yung Father Pio is that, kaya ako nagpapa-interview para malaman ng buong mediatrix devotees na you have the right to a peaceful exercise of your devotion to Mary Mediatrix of all grace. That is God-given to you. At iyan ay mismong rene-respeto ng Vatican. Pero hindi rene-respeto ng mga ibang mga obispo at mga kaparihan dito. Kasi inaabuso nila ang kapangyarihan nila. Huwag tayo magpaabuso sa kanila. Ipaglaban natin ang Malena. Ipaglaban natin si Mama Mary Mediatrix of all grace. Kung talagang mahal ninyo ang Malena, ipaglaban natin siya.
This is very basic. This is an expression of your faith.
Oo.
So Justice...
Siya pa.
Yeah.
There's another priest who was also a victim of Cardinal Tagle dahil pro-mediatrix. Father Roland Mactal, Dominican.
The Dominican.
He was elected by his peers to be the pastor of Santo Sitmo Republic Paris in inside the UST campus.
Yes.
Hindi na-probahan ni Cardinal Tagle dahil daw sa mediatrix issue.
Weird.
Pero persecution.
Yes.
Persecution.
There's an objectivity.
And you bishops claim that you are fair and impartial to your priests, to everyone. Dapat siguro mahiya man kayo.
So Justice, with the letter you've sent to Cardinal Tagle when he was still with us here.
Two letters.
Yes.
One August and the other in December 2017. Yung kasagsagan ng pag-atake ni na si Kia, ni na si Rudo, ni na Nonet Ligaspe, ni na Kabali, na ang mediatrix, ang mahal na ina, ito demonically infested. Demonically infested ba ito? Tingnan mo naman.
Beautiful.
Sus Maria Joseph. They must be stupid.
So even if he is in the Vatican now, because he refused to say the issue,
This will haunt him wherever he goes.
it will haunt him?
Of course, it will haunt him. May ambisyon maging Santo Papa, ito ang malaki niyang hadlang. I hope he doesn't become next pope. Kawawa si mediatrix. At saka hindi naman papayag siguro ang Diyos. Hindi naman siya siguro papayag na gawin Santo Papa ang isang tao na umaalipusta sa sananay niya.
And you are saying all this because also what you have heard from Archbishop Cruz? Things that have been refused, be given importance,
Oh, cover up.
cover up, cover up.
I said before, di ba I told you before, Father Pio, if you are in the good graces of these bishops, no matter how many horrendous sins you have committed, there will be no case.
I heard from you that somebody wrote you a letter and I saw your post sa Facebook from Eastern Samar, yung namatay na mag-asawa. I will refresh it, Justice.
Now I know,
Okay, okay,
I know, kasi I know my Facebook.
okay.
I know, humingi ng justisya dahil yung nagkaroon ng love triangle. A certain priest had an affair with the wife of another person. So kasi selos nitong lalaki, pinatay yung babae. Because of the supposedly adulterous relationship
Yes.
with the priest.
Mhm.
And then the eyewitness for the crime was the son
Yes.
of the couple.
Mhm.
So ang ginawa ng anak na lalaki, pinatay niya yung tatay
Wow.
niya dahil pinatay yung nanay niya.
Wow.
And what did Bishop Marquez do? He did not even bother to investigate yung pare na responsible for the crimes of this couple. He was morally responsible for
Terrifying.
this. Oh. So another thing, Father, you have a relative who is a girlfriend and mistress of another priest there.
Yeah.
Oh, di ba?
Yeah.
Oh, I also got the report there.
These are the things you.
I gathered because they were already they were communicating with me privately.
Please correct me. Even kahit ang mga patay na, you have also investigated. I mean, kung ano ang kanilang naging dynamics. I heard that.
Yes, what's the use of dredging up
Yeah.
mga patay na.
Correct. That's very.
But what is important is there's another one in your diocese ni Bishop Crispin Marquez. Now, there is this priest who is a candidate for priesthood. Nakabuntis siya. Ang ginawa niya ay pinaabot niya yung girlfriend niya para he could be ordained as a priest.
Oh my God.
That's
That
terrible.
far?
That's far. That far. Yan ang mga report sa akin. At sinulat ko yan kay Cardinal Quevedo. Hindi naman niya inintindi.
Okay, Justice. Justice, another thing about Father Zerulo.
Oh.
Kasi, nagsabi si Father Zerulo, this is a point, really a big point, na doon sa Carmel, dinadrag nila Daniel Mother Cecilia. Si Mother Cecilia daw, ang tunay na visionary according to Father Zerulo, which was even written
Who's Mother Cecilia?
the prioress before. The
Si
prioress of-
Shalsita?
Oo, siya. Kasi daw, siya yung may mga boses na naririnig at saka sinusundan siya ng demonyo kahit nung nakatira sa dito sa
Hindi
Gilmore.
siya nagbabasa talaga ng real history ng Luka.
Okay.
Ay,
You mean Father Zerulo does not read the history?
he doesn't know a thing about the Lipa history. If he knows about the Lipa history, he would understand. He should even read the Blas Journal para maintindihan niya. Yung English translation ng Blas Spanish Journal should be read by these people para maintindihan ninyo.
So he's wrong.
He's dead wrong. Gawa niya lang yun kasi to discredit Sister
Okay.
Teresing.
Their opinion.
No, it's not even an opinion. It's a lie being foisted by them, by Cerudo upon us late gay.
So it's a lie. Okay.
It's a terrible lie.
Okay. How about going back to Father Sikia when he said to us, you were there present, na demonically possessed si Teresing but hindi man lang niya in-interview. Remember that?
Oh, I told him.
Okay, please help us
Okay.
understand it.
During the May 1, 2017, the meeting we had with on Father Sikia, nandun yung mga exorcist eh.
All of them. And the lazyers.
The two laziers will keep on looking at me. Siguro ang kala nila, siguro nila mangkukulam ako or something. Ay tinitingnan ko rin sila.
Naglalaban.
O syempre. Tapos, sabi ni Father Sikia, oh, demonically possessed si Sister Teresing. Sabi ko, what made you say that? You never even interviewed her. What is your basis? Hindi niya ako masagot noon.
Yeah. And this is a big statement from Father Sikia.
Oh, tapos he said na, oh, and sabi ko, you even said that demonically infested ang mediatrix. Oh, I didn't say that. Sabi ko, yes, I have a transcript for your Radio Veritas talk. Nandun, I even quoted it. You know, he denied. Kaya, these things would have been in the proper forum if only Cardinal Quevedo and Cardinal Tagle accept yung sinabi doon sa pinapa-imbestiga ko. Well, Cardinal Tagle paid lip service sa sulat ko. Kunwari nag-meeting man kami doon sa CCP.
Also, you have the meeting.
Oh, sabi niya, imbestigan niya, wala naman.
Is this with Garcina also? Archbishop Garcina?
Nandun si Garcia, nandun si Bishop Evangelista, nandun si Father Marvin Mejia, former Secretary General. Wala rin nangyari yun eh. Pabalat bunga lang niya yun sa akin. Thinking that I would stop. I will
To
not stop.
pacify you?
No, they are mistaken. If you bishops think I will keep my mouth shut, I will not. I will continue to fight for as long as we do not get justice for the mediatrix. I will fight all the way until I get justice for the Mary Mediatrix of Grace. And that is final para sa akin. You can file a charge for excommunicating me, go ahead. Because I'm going to face you even sa Vatican.
That's a very good news. That's Justice. Thank you very much. Justice, please help us understand also and let us know paano nag-start itong inyong devotion, itong fervent devotion nyo sa Mediatrix?
It started in 1993. I was teaching then sa UST College of Law, Faculty of Civil Law. And our Father Regent at the time was the late Father Braulio Peña, who is a noted Mariologist, and who was the professor of Father Roland Mactal, by the way.
Wow.
Okay. And he said, Darren, I have to, first, she was worried about my safety, my protection, sabi niya. Sige, sige, bili para sa bibigyan ka ng special na telephone or something. Sabi ko, si Evelyn del Rosario, who is that time was the manager of public relations ng PLDT. So he called up Evelyn and we spoke over the phone. At sabi ni Evelyn, why did you come over? Kasi may may dito sa PLDT office. Come to the auditorium. So hindi ko alam, diretso ako doon. Yung pala, may talk doon si Sister Teresina. So first time I met her, December yun, kasi I got the case was raffled to me September of 1993. December 1993, I met Sister Teresina. So pinakilala sa akin ni Evelyn del Rosario. Then we became good friends. Sabi ko, Sister, so dito, I was fascinated with her talk about the Mediatrix kasi wala naman akong alam na Mediatrix na imahin. Well, I am from Bicol. And nandun sa amin is Nuestra Señora de Salvacion. Saka na sa yung Our Lady of Peña Francia. At saka ako, my late lola, kasi ako, parang alaga ako ng lola